Richard, he's been trying to have his day in court on several issues, and I think this was his second attempt on this particular issue.
What it is are two cases involving the Home Office. The first one deals with the fact that he's appealing the decision by Rebec, who control royal security, to lose his taxpayer-funded security and also his family, where after they stepped down as senior working royals, a decision was made in 2020. And so it is possible, were he to win that, he would win taxpayer-funded security. But this specific case was regarding his feeling that he could actually pay for security, and the danger there, and I think it was always evident, it set a precedent. I mean, the argument, for example, that there are extra police at football matches, if there were extra police guarding individuals, that would mean that an individual would be able to pay, and an officer would presumably be putting his or her life in danger in their, in a way that would be considered curious and unacceptable, really, because only the rich could afford it.
Yeah, and it's brought into focus, of course, because he attended the coronation. We think there was a police royal protection bodyguard available because this was such a public occasion. But it does then question what sort of protection he will need or want when he comes for these other court cases to be heard in June next month.
Yes, absolutely. This is a series of court cases. There are 3 pending against different newspaper groups and also, of course, the one I mentioned against the Home Office. And the facts are that in June, when he appears, he will be the first royal, apart from Princess Anne, an issue dealing with the dogs in 2002, to appear in the witness box, the first senior royal, since the 1890s, when Edward VII was Prince of Wales. Yes, exactly. When it comes to dealing with it as a case-by-case basis and what security he had coming to the coronation, I mean, this is one issue. The specific issue was that he felt that he had the right to pay, and it's been ruled that this won't go forward. Conceivably, however, he could, were he to win against the Home Office and the judge that he should, in fact, receive taxpayer-funded security, even though he isn't a senior working royal, nor is Meghan, that is another issue. So far as the Sussexes are concerned, of course, recently, and security is very high on their priority list, as we know, after the so-called, very controversial, extremely unpleasant, undoubtedly near catastrophic, I quote, car chase in New York recently, too.
Yeah, and of course the fact he was a serving officer in the army as well, and or Army Air Corps. So clearly there's that to come into consideration.